I cleaned my room today for you. It's still kind of messy, but I tried. And whenever I was cleaning my room, I got really, really tired for two reasons. The first one is because my room was really messy. And the second one was because of gravity. Gravity is one of the four fundamental forces in creation. The four fundamental forces in creation are gravity, the weak force, the strong force, and electromagnetic force. We're going to do a few experiments today with our bodies. A few of them are going to be pretty obvious to you. That's okay. That's okay. Okay. I'm going to turn you a little bit over this way. Okay. Now, this is one of those experiments that's going to be like, wow, you came up with that. That is really dumb. But it's a good experiment. Okay, bend down. You can try this at home or in class, whichever, but bend down and jump as high as you can. Okay, whatever you got, as high as you could, what happened? You fell back down. You fell back down. That is because of gravity. If we were in space, we could float around and stuff, but since we're on Earth, we fell right back down. You can try that. You fell right back down. Gravity is one of the four fundamental forces in creation. The four fundamental forces are gravity, electromagnetic, the strong force, and the weak force. Gravity is the weakest. The weak forces. Guys, got it down. Actually, 8 planets. There is Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. And notice I didn't say Pluto because Pluto is no longer considered a planet. I know. So there are 3. Pluto is a dwarf planet, and there are 3 dwarf planets like Pluto. Pluto, Eris, and Ceres. So if you still consider Pluto a planet, then you have to consider Eris and Ceres planets too. So then there would actually be 11, but there's actually 8. So, thank you. And comets are called dirty snowballs because they're made of dust, dirt, and ice. There are 3 parts of a comet: the nucleus, the coma, and the tail. Whenever a comet is lit up in the sky, it looks like it has a tail, like jets. Whenever they're flying through the sky, they look like they have tails. The coma is the outside, and the nucleus is the inside of a comet. And moons and other things that orbit planets are called satellites. Like asteroids, maybe. If they ever orbit a planet, they're called a satellite. And if a asteroid is ever flung towards the Earth, it is officially called a meteor. And there are 2 views of the solar system: the heliocentric and the geocentric. And the heliocentric states that the sun is the center of the solar system, and the geocentric says that the Earth is the center of the solar system. We obviously know that the heliocentric is the correct one out of the 2. Now, I saved centripetal force for last because really it's my favorite. We are going to do an experiment, a dance experiment for our centripetal force. I want you guys, well, you don't have to do it right now, but sometime in the future, stand as tall as you can, and then bend down, take 1 foot out, and just start turning. And start turning, start turning, and start turning. And you want to fall backward whenever you're doing that. And that is because centripetal force is pushing on the outside of the circle that you're making with your body. It's pushing outward, and that makes you want to fall back and you're like, whoa. You know? Okay. So, that is a fun experiment. Centripetal force is not going to be confused with centrifugal force because centrifugal force does not exist. It's just a made-up force that whenever you get all the math equations down to the very last bit, it ends up that it's actually centripetal force. So, I mean, they're one and the same thing, but it's centripetal force that they're regularly known by. So, thank you for watching my science video, and I hope you enjoyed it.